Last call for passenger
Elise, Darma.
Please proceed urgently to gate.
Do you dream of running a successful business as an online coach but have no idea where to start? You're in the right spot. I started and grew my online business starting back in 2013 so that I could honestly travel and not be capped by a paycheck. So in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I did that and how you can too. And be sure to stay into the end where I'm gonna share with you how to generate hundreds of ideas on how you can generate clients through my favorite tool, social media. First things first, you're going to have to pick a niche. Now, I know you've heard this information before and it could feel overwhelming, especially if you don't know which niche to pick. So let's take a step back and I'm going to help you figure out what could be your niche. The very first thing you want to do is look at your interests, your hobbies, your background, and your education. With that, I also want you to look at what are the things that people already come to you for when your friends ask you for advice?
All right, what do you think?
In what ways do people already see you as an expert? I'm serious, go ahead and write a list. Make a list right now of all those things that come up for you because your niche is hidden somewhere in what you already have. It's not something that you have to recreate. You already have your expertise. Now we just need to package it so that you can be a successful online coach. So once you have a couple ideas percolating of what your niche could be, I want you to go a layer deeper and get more specific. No, you can't just be a coach to everyone. You need to be a coach to someone specific. Who is that specific person who has a problem that you can help them solve? For me, when I started my online business, I chose to target e-commerce brands because I was already in that space and I was already working as a social media marketer. So when I launched my online business, I decided to offer content marketing services specifically for product brands. Now I got lucky, I kind of fell into this niche. In fact, my very first client was a fashion brand. And so that set the path for me to work with e-commerce brands. And that's okay. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you fall into things, sometimes you fall into an industry where you know literally nothing about it, but you learn as you grow, and that's totally okay. The one trap that most people fall into is that they're afraid to niche down. They actually want to appeal to everyone because they don't want to turn anyone away from their business. But this will be the fastest way for you to end up with 0 clients. And when I say this to you, I'm speaking from experience. When I decided to pivot my agency brand, the one that I started to help e-commerce businesses, I wanted to go more broad and I wanted to help people in general. At that time, I was a digital nomad, so I was speaking to wannabe digital nomads. I had my e-commerce clients, and I was starting to teach Instagram marketing more and more. I hadn't chosen a niche. I was trying to appeal to multiple groups of people, and honestly, it wasn't working for me. It wasn't until 2018 when I went to a couple business conferences and I noticed when my friends at the conferences would introduce me to other people that they knew, they would say this.
So-and-so, this is Elise, and she's an Instagram queen.
Queen? Instagram queen? I never called myself that once, but I realized it didn't matter because my friends were only remembering me for that one thing, for Instagram. They weren't introducing me as an agency owner or a digital nomad. That's not what was sticking out to them. They were remembering me for Instagram marketing services, and guess what? After that experience, I went all in on being an Instagram marketer and educator. And want to know what happened after that? Once I went all in as an Instagram marketer, our revenue doubled in 2019. And then we became a 7-figure business in 2020. So there's gold in doing one thing and doing it really well. So when you're in that moment like me, when you have all these options ahead of you and you need to choose a niche, I want you to think about what area where you can help people get results. How can you help facilitate a transformation for someone? Or how can you help them solve one of their major problems? Something that's keeping them up at night. They're literally laying awake in bed, worried about this one thing, and you have the solution to it. When you land on that answer of what that one thing is that you can help people overcome.
Oh, that thing. That
thing.
That is your niche. Now that you have an idea of what your niche is going to be, and keep in mind, it's not a permanent thing. You can always evolve as you go, but to become an online business coach, you gotta start building a personal brand. Especially as a coach, this is really important because when people hire you to be their coach, it's kind of a personal, intimate experience. You're going to be spending a lot of time with that person and vice versa. So the more you can put out content that allows a viewer on the internet like me to get to know you as a coach, the more likely someone is going to want to book a discovery call with you and then sign up for your services. I know there's probably hesitation and fear about putting your face and your name out there. In fact, that was something that held me back for years. I built my original agency company to not be about me. I created a name called Canopy, and I did not splash my face all over the website because I wanted the agency to speak for itself. That worked fine for me, but really my agency didn't grow beyond my warm network. It wasn't until 2016 when I built my Instagram account for me personally, Elise Darma, that's when I started to see real traction and real growth. So speaking from experience, business changed a whole lot more when I decided to show up as a person instead of hiding behind a brand. So here's a really key piece of advice. When you're choosing your platforms, choose two. The first one is going to be a relationship-based platform. So where can you really engage with and have conversations with your target audience? It could be LinkedIn, it could be Instagram. My personal opinion is Instagram is the best relationship platform we have today. The second platform you're going to want to choose is a search-based platform. So in my mind, that's Google or YouTube. You want to be publishing content that's searchable. So when someone has a question or a problem related to your field of expertise, they can go into Google or YouTube, find your piece of content, and voila, they've just been introduced to you as a coach. Now that you've chosen your niche and you have your social platforms where you are building your community, the next thing you need, and the very key thing you need, is an offer. Most likely, it's going to be a coaching package that someone can sign up for so that you can start coaching them. As a new online business coach, your fastest way to making 4 figures or 5 figures online is by selling your time. One-on-one time with you. But I don't want you to just offer one call here and one call there. I want you to put together a package of calls that a client can purchase from you. So for most people, that might be 6 calls every week or every 2 weeks, maybe even 8 calls. It depends on what transformation you're going to help your client get. And that's a key message to keep in mind when you're putting your coaching package together. Focus on the transformation that you help your clients. Focus on the benefits of your coaching package, not the features. So at the end of the day, your client ultimately doesn't care that they get 8 phone calls with you. But what they really care about is by the end of those 8 weeks, they're going to be booked out in their own client business. Niche, check. Personal brand, check. Offer, check. What's next in terms of becoming an online business coach? The next piece of this puzzle is finding and attracting your target clients on social media, bringing them into your business as leads, and then booking them in as clients. Now, this topic as a whole is exactly what I cover on my channel, so literally choose any other video and you're gonna find more information on how to attract clients through social media. But I'm gonna leave you with this gem, if I do say so myself. There's a lot of strategy out there when it comes to social media, but for Instagram specifically, if that's the platform you chose to build relationships with your potential customers, here's what I recommend. Number 1, create Reels to get visibility over onto your profile. Right now, Reels are the best way to get on the Explore page in front of people who don't currently know who you are. So make targeted content in the form of 10 or 15-second videos and keep posting them. Number 2, the best way to engage with your followers is through your stories. So while you're posting Reels for visibility, use your stories for engagement. Be sure to share behind the scenes of who you are, what you do, and don't forget to use things like engagement stickers in your stories. What I mean are things like the poll sticker, the quiz sticker, the question sticker. There are so many ways for people to quickly engage with your stories, and the more that people do engage, the more the Instagram algorithm is going to share your stories with even more of your followers. And number 3, you want to use the direct messages to close sales. Now that your reels have generated new followers, your stories have generated engagement, you don't want to neglect your DMs. This is where sales happen, especially if you're already using your stories strategically and people are replying, which then creates a private DM thread. You want to reply to them. So spend the time to go through your DMs, send voice notes, send videos if you'd like for that extra personal touch, and make sure to cultivate relationships there because that's where the sales happen. If you're liking where I'm going with this, to use Instagram to build your brand as an online coach and meet your clients there and actually close sales there, go ahead and check out this next video where I go even more in depth on how you can build that personal brand all on Instagram.